Good morning, Maria. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you. How are you today? Special day.
Terrific.
You turned 21 today.
Yeah. So today is our Q&A Thursday, and we have a terrific question that I think a lot of people can relate to, and this will resonate with them. A lot of people have this same issue, and I know I have definitely been there myself. What about you, Maria?
Absolutely. I think that I like our discussion today because, if you walk into a crowd that you're not accustomed to being in, a lot of times you feel like you don't fit in because you've never been in that. And so you don't know what the norms are within that group, whether it's work or a social event, if it's the first time that you're going to a country club or the first time you're going to a golf course, whatever, the first time you're going to a new school, you don't know what the environment is like. And I think that sometimes we think it's an imposter syndrome, and sometimes it isn't about imposter syndrome. It's about just not knowing, where the boundaries are.
That and also, this getting comfortable in your own accomplishments, your own successes, what you have achieved, and
Mhm.
and that gap between how I see myself and what I've actually done and accomplished. Let's get to it though.
Yes,
Here's the question. What can I do to stop feeling like an imposter when I'm around successful people? So if you've ever walked into a room full of successful people and felt like you didn't belong, like you weren't smart enough, experienced enough, or accomplished enough to be there, totally resonates with me. Maybe you've worked hard, but deep down, you feel like you're not enough. You feel like it was just luck, and that at any moment, someone's going to figure it out. They're going to pull down that veil, and they're going to reveal to everyone that you do not deserve your success. That feeling is imposter syndrome. And let me tell you, it's lying to you. You're not an imposter. You are exactly where you're meant to be. You've earned your success, and you are enough.
Right. So today we're going to walk through real strategies to break free from this mindset and start owning your worth. So, step one is recognize that imposter syndrome isn't reality. Just because you feel like you don't belong doesn't mean it's true. Your mind is playing tricks on you and making you believe that your success isn't valid. But ask yourself, would I even be in this position if it wasn't that I'm capable? And the answer is no. You're here because you've earned it.
Absolutely. And so it's important to reframe your thoughts. That inner voice that says, I don't belong, it's time to challenge it. So replace, I just got lucky with, I worked for this and I deserve to be here. Replace, everyone here is smarter than me with, I bring a unique perspective that no one else has.
Right. And then your background is your strength. It's not a weakness. If you're a single parent juggling responsibilities, a young professional trying to prove yourself, or someone from a background where success wasn't always modeled for you, your story is your power. So the struggles that you faced, they've made you resilient. The challenges you've overcome, they've made you resourceful. In the times you felt like an outsider, they've given you perspectives that others don't have. So it's not you're not less than, you're more than enough.
Absolutely. And really being able to see your background as not something to be embarrassed or ashamed of, but actually something that has given you strengths and perspectives that others don't have. When you're able to see that your background is your strength, that's
Mm.
that's really powerful. but I digress. Stop comparing your behind the scenes and blooper reels to someone else's highlight reel. Successful people aren't perfect. You're seeing the polished, curated version of their journey. But behind the scenes, they have doubts, struggles, and failures too. So instead of thinking they have it all figured out and I don't, remind yourself, everyone is a work in progress, including me.
Yes. And keep proof of, the accolades from friends, your colleagues, your mentors, achievements, big or small. Keep a folder, a proof folder that you can go back into, whether it's digital or physical. Keep your achievements there, big or small, the messages where people thank you for something that you did. When you start to doubt yourself, look in that folder and remind yourself, you have the receipts, you belong, you've had these accomplishments along the way, whether it's a degree, whether it's, an achievement, an award. Have that as a reminder to yourself that you deserve it, you earned it, it's yours.
Yeah, and that's a really powerful practice to cultivate. I keep a brag book where I keep notes and letters and thank yous for something that I've done, because we all have those down days where we're lacking in self-belief because bumps in the road, folks. And when you have something that you can look back on to help lift you up, that's important. I call mine my brag book.
Yeah, I like that, the brag book.
Yeah,
that's a good one. So you have a journal and then you have a brag book.
Well, I have a gratitude journal. and then I have my brag book is digital. It's like, I have a folder in my email where I just collect things.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. Maybe it should be a physical book.
Whatever works. I would keep it on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So surround yourself with people who lift you up. Find mentors, friends, or even an online community that reminds you of your worth. Success isn't about doing it alone. It's about building a support system that believes in you when you struggle to believe in yourself. Surround yourself with people who are going to fuel the flames of your desires, not pour water on them.
Right.
You can tell I feel strongly about that one.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. And then give yourself permission to grow, right? We are, we're alive, we're learning, we should be learning, we're progressing, we're moving forward. And you don't need to be perfect to be successful. The most confident people aren't the ones that have all the answers. They're the ones who are willing to learn and grow and even to fail. So instead of feeling like you're not enough, remind yourself, every expert was once a beginner. Every leader had moments of doubt, and every success story started with someone who chose to believe in themselves. And now it's your turn. And it's one of the reasons that I like biographies and autobiographies, because they show you where people came from and how they grew into the person that they are, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everyone has, faced bumps in the road. One book that comes to mind, I don't remember it. Where you go is not who you'll be. And this is kind of geared towards parents of teens. And it details kind of the story of people who we see as super successful now, and the struggles that they went through, the left turns and right turns, and just their journey. And this is something that, like, I've witnessed in my own life and in other people close to me, where it's those struggles add value. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like listening sometimes to Mel Robbins because she talks about how she failed, how what a disaster she was. And now she has a book tour, right? And you know, her show got canceled, but here she is. She's got a podcast. And so, you know, there's bumps along the way, but you're stepping over them. They're stepping stones.
Absolutely. And so imposter syndrome doesn't get to define you. You're here for a reason, you bring value, and you are enough. One belief at a time, one step at a time, and you've got this. So if anyone listening needs support, please reach out to us. We're here to help.
Thank you for joining us today.